it's not always good grammar, good, you know, if you take films like some of the Coen Brothers stuff, like Raising Arizona and Oh Brother Where Art Thou and stuff. I mean, they're writing dialogue for these you know, southern
country bumpkins.
yeah, and so it has to just be so good and so perfect that you. I mean, I love all their characters, you know.
Yeah, which to the point, it means you got to be grounded in the culture you're writing for, right? If you didn't grow up in the South, you couldn't write that movie. You need to live in the South and live and breathe it, and then you can write that kind of a character. Or if you're going to be writing Wise Guys, you need to be grounded in New York culture, right?
Yeah.
It's really critical. For me, it's even bigger than that. You know, when you're looking at movies, you know, do I want to watch that? We all have our favorite genre, whether it's science fiction or action or horror, whatever it is. But even then, if you're even within a genre, you know, if you're going through, you're looking at the cover. That's why the cover is so important, because you know the cover doesn't tell you what's in the book. You can't judge a book or a film by what's on the cover. But there's an immediate response that you just have in your gut to any movie poster that tells you whether or not you want to see that. And certainly if they miss it on the poster, they got to nail it on the trailer, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you get the reaction you want. Is I want to see that, you know, because you're identifying with it in some way.
And it's even scarier now in y'all's world because everybody can be a critic. You know, you can put your trailer up on YouTube or something and everybody goes, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's horrible, I hate it. I mean, there's nothing out there in the world that everybody likes, you know, so.
That's why you need to know your audience, right?
Absolutely.
So we don't talk a lot about this in the film industry, but in the marketing world, I have one foot in the marketing world, we talk about it a lot. The amount of research that goes into making a 1-minute commercial at the national level, $1 million commercial, the research is really deep. They know who's going to watch it. They know everything about their audience because they know their product, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you work from that. The same applies to filmmaking. You're not going to make a film. You can make some movies do impress, you know, half the population, but no movie's going to impress everybody, right? So
right.
You kind of need to bear that in mind. Who is your audience?
Yeah.
And is there an audience, right, for your film?
Yeah, and you know, in the beginning, you may be making these films for you and the folks that are making the films. And you may get lucky and other people go, I like what you did. Because it takes, you know, the people that can touch worldwide audiences, that's few and far between. And it gets harder all the time, I think. As the audience gets more fractured in how it receives these things, and also it gets more sophisticated because they can see different things. You know, it kind of breaks my heart when I see my son watching a movie on his phone, because I know what it, you know, and what we used to do to make it big, to see on the big screen, and then you watch it here, and it loses something, you know. But he can watch more films on his phone now than we ever had access to growing up. We had to go to the movie theater and pay for all of it, and he can watch 100 movies a day, you know, just off his phone. So you got to know your audience. You got to know what your end game is, what you're trying to achieve with it. Is it just something for fun? Is it actually, you know, trying to get your money and your investment back? Whatever it is, the bottom line is you've got to start with a good story.
Yeah, that's the theme of our class today. You got to start with a great story, and there's a